two bloody windows rolling. Yes, yes, I know. I also know that I'm late. I always love it. Finish written examination. The next select. You do know that you have to give us a, a 12-month report of what you've done until now. And I'm like, gosh, please, I haven't even been doing this for fucking 12 months. Ugh. Windows, shut up. I have enough problems as it is. Well, to be fair, that was the fucking email thing, but I don't care about the fucking email thing. I have done enough work for one day. Now it's game time. Now I will have to explain what I will actually do in game time, and I will do that in a moment, but first, as usual, I'll wait until everything is actually loaded, because otherwise I'm gonna get paranoid and go like, is it actually working? Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no, maybe indeed. Where is it? There it is. Now I can post nonsense here, I can post nonsense there, then we'll play some game, because I deserve some fucking playtime. I can tell you that much. Then let's put this in so I don't have to do that later, because I will forget about that. That is why routines are so bloody important. Now then, everything seems to be working. Everything seems to be working. That's always a good start, I'd say. Well then, let's change things around like this. This, maybe potentially we'll see something soonish. One can only hope. That nice view. Excuse me. Welcome indeed to another Yakuza stream. I was kind of thinking how I will do this for a while. So before we get into the thick of it, I will actually explain that. Well, first, let's go for a bit of a recap. Actually, a recap is probably going to be difficult considering just how much fucking nonsense has happened last time. Yeah, what has happened? Well, Majima chased after Makoto by beating up some men in kimonos and makeup. Yes, my memory forces me to regale it in all of its glory, and I do not wish to do it again. I slashed at them with my dagger. Purely self-defense, if you ask me. Just the looks itself would, bring that direction usually. But was a tiniest bit too late. And so, we switched over to little Kiryu, who indeed was not too late, and actually snatched up little Makoto. Now back we learned that Oda was actually a bit of an asshole in his past life, well, before he met Tachibana. Not that we know much more about his past life, mind you. And, well, I was a bitch, you know. It came back to bite him. Very much so. By making him very much dead. Also because, you know, he betrayed this good-looking man, what can I say? It's his own bloody fault, isn't it? Well, next we arrived back here after a nice little chase and lots of cool moments where he was just like, I'm going to be fucking awesome. And yeah. Then we hit Makoto among the homeless, because, well, that's a good idea. I mean, you could at least try to make her look a bit more homeless by, you know, just change the coats. Then take one of the big coats from the man, put it on her, and I'm pretty sure after, 5 minutes and that she's gonna at least reek like one of them. It's going to keep most people from looking closer, but we did not. Only, of course, main goal is to actually find Tachibana, who we can't reach, apparently. Haven't seen Kiryu actually try, but, well, the man says so. So, we shall now go to Little Asia and try to find Tachibana. So the plan goes, at least. Well, that much for a short, a recap of what happened so far in the last episode, just in case you missed it. I always have to account for the possibility. Next in line is how we're actually going to do this. Now, I am feeling like we're getting most definitively closer to the end. And, by that I mean the grand finale. Since I kind of enjoyed it, I was thinking like, okay, I can either do one very long stream where I do it all in one sitting, or I do it in one short and one long one for the finale. I decided on the second option, mostly because I really wanted to play again, so today we're going to play reasonably short while. Just, getting a bit more of the action done and over with. And next time, which honestly I really don't know when to put it yet, probably on the weekend, but I do kind of found out that I have to, well, basically do reports for 12 months now. That's fun. They didn't really explain to me how I'm going to be writing 12 whole months of reports when I only really did it for, like, you know, no. Actually, no, that's not right. Technically speaking, what they wanted me to do is write 24 months worth of reports, which I can't because, well, obviously, I'm only been doing this for, well, not even a whole year at this point, technically speaking. It gets kind of confusing there. But yeah, I can have to start on that, so my plans for the weekend are somewhat weakening at the moment. Just moving around. But so far so good, I suppose. No reason to complain overly much, I guess. So now we shall play, because I deserved it. I had a fucking written exam today, and it was fun. Really do wonder how that is going to end. Hey, friend. Funky with a little adventure. Sounds just right, doesn't it?
Yo.
Hmm. An expert, of course.
キリュウちゃんやってる？
何？
I put my balls in a rack anytime. Forever, ever and ever, eh? Let's go in and talk to Mr. Moneybags. Very important part. Always good to invest some money, and I mean, I have money, if nothing else. So he's always so happy, isn't he? Well, I guess if you have enough money that you can bathe in it. Happiness is just one green suit away. And an ugly fly. Can I get some financing, please? Such a nice amount. Now we need to reinvest, of course. Yokoso. He's so fucking happy about it, isn't he? So, how much money do you want this time? A billion yen, eh? Sure, I'm gonna invest that money. Apparently we earned the money already. Fascinating, isn't it? That's just how the world of finance works. It's a bit like the world of economics. It's always fluid. Which is actually pretty damn the only true statement I've ever heard about economics so far. People are always going to be like, either they're going to oversimplify by going like, okay, it's all about the demand and how you can satisfy said demand or not, which is an oversimplification. Also, they're going to make it overly complicated, trying to formulate things into a matter that's unbelievable annoying. Well, yeah. Look at my suit. Of course I'm...
電話が通じねえんだ。ここを通してくれ。
分かってる。止めに来たわけじゃない。
That's nice.
あんたを迎えに行くよう陳さんから言われた。
陳さん。
Hmm.
ここの顔役か。
ああ。ついてきな。
He wasn't too pleased with me the last time I was here.
立花は無事なのか。
来ればわかるよ。
Are you going to lead me into a trap? You're going to lead me into a trap, aren't you? Seems to be out cold.
立花。
He's like, well, I'm awake. Don't worry. I'm not dead yet.
前に比べて体が弱ってるね。 2日くらい一時的に容体が悪くなったんだけど、さっき目を覚ましてやっと落ち着いたとこだ。
Hmm.
連絡取れなくてすみませんでした、桐生さん。もう大丈夫です。
Don't look fine at all, my friend.
それじゃごゆっくり。
In fact, you looked fucking sickly. That's putting it
立
mildly.
花
Jesus Christ.
牧村誠はカムロ町に来てる。
Hmm.
西公園のホームレスにかくまってもらってんだ。彼女は兄貴が迎えに来るのを待っている。
小田さんから聞いたん
For
ですね。
fuck's sake, white people.
彼女が私の妹だと。お詫びします。あなたにはすべて片付いてから打ち明けるつもりでした。
Yeah, about Oda-san. We have a bit of a
小田さんにも
troublesome spot
そう
there.
言っといたんですが。
立花、
Hmm. You're gonna be fun to explain.
はい。
小田は誠を殺そうとした。
どういうことですか？
Well, yeah, I get it. Like, that's my most loyal man. Why would he betray me? Explain, please. That's one hell of an explanation. Well, you see, Oda was the kind of asshole who
それで大
sold
阪を
people.
出たきり、小田とは連絡が取れていない。
おそらく小田さんはもう生きてはいないでしょう。
Yeah, I don't think so.
かもな。
すべては私のせいです。
Yeah, no, not really. Can't really be blamed for Oda being an
10
asshole.
年前、私は己の運命と戦わず、ただ逃げました。
Hey, you made something out
そ
of you.
のせいで
That's not
母
a
と
bad thing.
妹は人生を狂わされたんです。今、小田さんをも巻き込んで。
Yeah, no, not really.
日本人の血を引く私は中国でリーベンクイツと呼ばれていました。その表現は日本人への憎しみが込められたものです。私は周囲の人々に常に怯え、やがて中国から逃げ出したんです。母と妹を見捨てて。その後中国で日本人と
Yeah,
蔑まれた
what could you
私
actually
は
have fucking
今度は日本で中国人と呼ばれました。
We're going into nothing, with nothing.
蒼天堀に来てからは
Heck, you were probably saving them some money for
そ
food.
して自分の身を守ることに必死でした。一度黒の世界に足を踏み入れた者は周りを喰らいのし上がり続けることでしか生き残れ
I would
ません。
point out that it was not the most stable sort of letter you're building there, my
少し
friend.
でも弱みを見せれば周りに食われることになりま
Yeah,
す。
but don't use freaking bones to build letters.
そして日々の善悪を振り返る気も失せた。そんな頃でした。母と妹が日本、このカムロ町にいると知ったのは、私は彼女たちを探すため蒼天堀を出ると持てる力を使ってカムロ町に情報の根を張りました。探してどうするつもりかは決めていませんでした。ただ私が中国を去った後、そのせいで彼女たちがどんな目にあったか知らずにはいられなかったんです。でも分かったのは、一足違いで妹がカムロ町から姿を消していたこと。母も祖父もすでに亡くなっていたという事実でした。それともう一つ、妹に相続権のあるたった一坪の土地がやがてカムロ町再開発計画にとって致命的な
So
障
you
害にな
realized
り
that
得る
pretty
という
damn
ことです。
immediately.
それが殻の一坪。
Fucking empty lot thing, eh?
堂島組は再開発計画をめぐって莫大な金を地上げにつぎ込んでいました。
Yeah, probably they did.
彼らの計画通り全てがうまくいけば、その金は何倍にもなって堂島組に戻ってくる。
Nice deal, actually. Invest
殻の一
10
粒が原
billion,
因と
you
な
get
り
back.
彼らの計画が
100
行
billion.
き詰まることが分かれば、妹はヤクザたちの争奪戦に巻き込まれる。
Precisely what has happened, actually.
今その通りのことが起きている。
Hey, you say it.
だから私はそのことに気づいた時点で堂島組の若頭だった風間さんに交渉を申し入れたんです。妹
Turned out to be a pretty damn wise choice, actually.
おやっさんを交渉相手に選んだのはなんでだ。
風間さんが堂島宗平に今以上の力を持たれることを恐れていたからです。
Oh ho.
何？
堂島宗平の力はすでに自分の器の許容範囲を大きく超えていました。小物が大きすぎる力を持った時の暴走を風間さんは恐れました。
This kind of happens. It does take a very, very, very special personality to handle massive amounts of power
それを手
in
に
the
入れ
right way.
東上界本家若頭の座につくでしょう。そしてゆくゆくは東上界の三代目です。そうなれば、もはや風間さんの手に負えなくなる。
Yeah, pretty damn hard to punch up in the fucking Yakuza.
風間さんは
Punch me down is totally
私
okay
の
though.
持つカムロ町の情報網をもとに不動産会社を作るよう言いました。堂島組よりも早く殻の一粒を手にして妹を守れるように、そしてそれをできるだけの力を
Dangerous game, but Jesus Christ. One misstep and everything blows up in your face.
おやっさんの指示で作ったのか。
立花不動産の誕生、そして殻の一坪にまつわるこれまでの出来事は全て風間慎太郎という天才が描いたシナリオの上で起こったものだということで
I
す。
don't know if it's that perfect of a game though. And it seems a bit
私は
flawed.
妹に会うため、風間さんは裏から東上会という組織をコントロールするため互いに手を取り合ったと
Because
いう
by
の
that
が
logic, sitting in prison is actually part of his fucking plan, isn't it? Means he left
ここにい
the
る理由です。
stage for the other players. But that is something you only really do when you A, know precisely how it's going to play
た
out.
だ
Or B,
妹は
if you
家
really,
族を
really
捨て
need
た
to.
私を恨んでいるかもしれません。数日前、セルさんから妹は目が見えないと知らされたとき、私は兄と名乗らない方がいいと思いました。
Matt believed him cowardly.
今はそう思っていないってことか。
Also, once again, I will say this. This game has a pretty damn amazing
あなた
soundtrack,
が
isn't
私に
it?
聞かせてくれた牧村誠という女性はやはり私が記憶する妹でした。
Your own siblings don't really change that much.
蒼天堀にいた理由も私を探すためだった。
Yeah, you both had the same idea. Worked out splendidly.
ずっとこんな私を
Oh.
探してくれていたんです。
立花。
桐生さん、私は妹にシャオちゃんに会いたいです。
That will be hard. She's right around the
その
corner.
ためだけに生きながらえています。もう二度と逃げたくありません。
I mean, you
も
truly
うすぐ会える。
did a pretty damn good job so
彼
far.
女はあんたを恨んでなんかいねえ。だが今もあんたの助けが必要だ。
堂島組だ。
Well, shit.
ヤク立花さんを出せと言ってる。ここにいるのがバレたんだ。
なんだと。
How the fuck?
こんな時に。
立てるか立花。
はい。
Yeah, great.
立花だ。
お前らの狙いは立花なのか。
I guess it's time for some good old-fashioned ass fucking whipping, isn't it? Wanna wipe my ass with your suit? Because I like your suit. And I don't like that you have a better looking suit than me. Even Tachibana's like, I'm going to fight, bitches. Okay, let's go. That's why you don't leave items just unsupervised sitting around. I will use them to kick your ass into next week. Well, for now, yeah, that's a very good thing. Let's move. Fast. You have a fast car, don't you? Yes. The Dojima family seems to have an ass-load of people, don't they? Quite willing to throw them at us, though. Maybe we should actually start killing them instead of just knocking them around. Because otherwise this is gonna turn into an endless move. Well then, how do we go? Into Little Asia, which looks like shit. Oh.
アジア界にいることはできませんね。
You know.
キリさん、西公園に急ぎましょう。
Oh, you don't
誠の
look
ところへか。
good.
堂島組が殻の一粒を狙う限り、妹はどこにいても危険です。それより早く土地を手放す手続きを取らせた方が。
But who to give the ownership, actually?
どうした。
誰かに
Yeah,
見られています。
probably, yeah. Fuck.
桐生さん。
Who is that motherfucker? Quite a bad assassin, though. Was it really necessary to destroy that fucking pipe? Probably a rain drain or something. You know people need that shit. Okay, Kiryu, how are you gonna fight with your fucking leg being fucked? Nice.
最悪の相手です。
Yeah, for somebody who's used to fucking fists, yeah.
大陸のマフィアにいた頃見たことが。私が知る限り最強の殺し屋。
Great.
名前はラオグエイ。
Don't even care, actually. I'm just going to murder him. I don't know how yet, because I'm kind of shot at the leg. But that doesn't
ラ
matter.
オグエイ。殻の一粒の殺しは一見荒い仕事に見えて、警察の目を疑いなくあなたに向けさせるためのプロの仕事です。
Well, potentially, yeah.
ラオグエイならそれができます。
なんだと。
彼ほどの殺し屋が堂島組とつながっているとすると、
Is he though?
あなたに殺しの濡れ衣を着せた張本人も彼でしょう。
Maybe he was hired by the fucking Chinese ones because they want to
烈火手掌
get
给我
involved.
出来！我收到的命令，并没有要求我杀你。
Wow.
なんて言ってる。
奴の狙いは私を生け取ることです。
Yeah, that looks bad.
今の私たちではラオグエイを相手に逃げることも戦うこともできません。
I'm fucked, aren't we?
ですがあなた一人だけなら逃げられます。妹、頼みます。
Jesus Christ, Tachibana. You're planning something stupid, aren't you?
立花、よせ。
只要你不乱动，我就不惜死在你眼前。
Oh,
那个男人跟我的契约没关系，
没关系
所以我没兴趣。
没兴趣。Okay, you kinda have to get up again. Also, how the fuck are you gonna fight in that condition? A very good question, I would like to find out. Yeah, maybe some first aid would be... Didn't we just leave hospital room? I'm sure they have at least some fucking bandages. Let's assume that the bullets went through. Well, let's hope at least, because otherwise this is gonna be a pain in the ass. And you should be up and about in a bit. Those suckers got stuck though, I hit something they weren't supposed to be hitting. Tish be a bit of a problem. Oh. Looks like we're up and again, about again. Tish be good, Tish be very good. Oh, it's the wise man of the village.
陳さん。
立花さんが堂島組に連れ去られたから3時間というところだ。今、アジア外の人間に行方を探らせている。渋沢という堂島組の幹部がここで立花さんが投石を受けていたことを知っていた。
Yeah, Oda was a bit of
小
an
田が
idiot.
情報を漏らしていたらしい。
渋沢は今まで立花のことを泳がせていたってことか。
小田は渋沢の犬だった。立花さんに牧村誠を探させて横取りするつもりだったのだろう。私の渋沢という男ならそうする。
くっそ。それより立花の居所は本当にわかるのか。
約束はできんが手は尽くしている。私はあの子を後継者にとさえ考えていた。本心から助けてやりたいと思っている。
Well, even to the point where you actually get involved.
ところで、あなたは知っているかな。殻の一粒は立花さんと牧村誠の祖父牧村源三という男が持っていた土地
Now
の
I
一
know
部
how
だ。
he's called, Genzo. I'm gonna forget this in about 5 minutes, but yeah.
彼は戦後になって土地を手放さざるを得なかったらしい。だが記録によれば一度に4人の買い手と交渉してわざわざ土地をバラバラに分割して売っている。おそらく意図的に一坪だけ自分の手元に残るようにするためだろう。
どういうことだ。
この時牧村源三には中国で生き別れた娘がいた。
Oh yeah,
立花さんの母親にあたる人だ。
we know that much.
牧村は彼女がもし自分を日本まで探しに来た時、そのたった一坪の土地が再会の目印になると思ったんじゃないだ
That's a
ろう
very
か。
positive interpretation.
これは私の想像に過ぎんがね。
Very
皮
positive
肉なも
interpretation.
のだ。こう思う親の気持ちが今ヤクザの争奪戦に巻き込まれて立花さんたちを危機にさらしている。
Bit of a bitch, isn't it?
だが悪いのは一坪の土地を残した牧村じゃない。あなたたちヤクザだ。
Wait, Kiryu is not a Yakuza
違
any
う
longer.
かね。
Ex-Yakuza.
今頃堂島組は立花さんを拷問にかけているはずだ。 牧村誠を捕らえるために。しかしだからといって我々が堂島組に直接手を出せば、アジア街はもはや登場界から存在を許されない。
場所さえ分かれば俺が行く。俺が必ず立花を救い出す。
そのためにあなたを手当てした。どれだけ傷が痛もうが、あなたにやってもらうほかない。
I think we were planning on doing that anyway.
望むところだ。
結構。では立花さんが見つかったら連絡する。それまでは彼の妹についててやりなさい。
Well, we don't really have much of an option here. We should learn the location of Tachibana Pass, though. I'm pretty sure the Yakuza are, at the very least, pretty damn good at torture at this point. I mean, on one hand, they were like, oh no, we are honorable, we would, you know, never do that. Not from this bucket, please, Shin-san. There's not an Asia bistro, nor is it a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Please go somewhere else for your needs. So welcome, I see you found your way back here. Seeing me running through this annoying area again. Oh, why do I need to manually maneuver it? Oh, my game. Finally out. I need some breathing room. Well, how are you on this fucking fine evening where we get thrown into, well, the literal shit flying off the fan?
お前もいい加減目障りだって上からのお達しでな。見つけ次第始末しろとさ。
Yeah, nothing new there. You people tried this quite often.
たくよ。いつまでしぶとく生きてやがんだ、お前。
Pretty damn long. There are many more games, and I'm pretty sure Kiryu is playing a major part in most of them at least.
今どんな気分だ立花にそそのかされて堂島に喧嘩売った挙句はしご外されてよ。
Yes, and you use a fucking Chinese assassin. Oh, the pride of the Yakuza. Going out the window at the first second.
なあ、そうだろ錦山。
Yo, it's a good Nishi. Hey, good Nishi. And the civilians are just like, well, let's not get involved. We have our own lives.
これでしまいにしようや。桐生。立花は今、クゼの兄貴が拷問した。
Yakuza again. Why is it always
もう
Kuza?
殻の一粒が堂島組の手に落ちんの
And that guy stopped being an asshole for one bloody
それ
second.
でもまだ
Ah, I know the answer to that.
立花は今どこだ。
俺ら下っ端には知らされてない。もし知ってても教えられね
Fact, you still could, potentially.
え。よう、面白くなってきたね。
I see a nice little many things I could throw at
人
them.
になってやる。てめえら二人、ここでどっちか死ぬまでやり合え。
You really think that's gonna work?
なんだと。
お前の手柄にしてやるぞ、錦山。兄弟ぶっ殺してのし上がってみろや。
It's a very own captain, most illiterate again. Hello there. I see you found your way here, too.
バカばっかだ。
How are you on this fine evening? All better than put it to Kiryu, getting shot 2 times.
どういうつもりだこの野郎。殻の一粒はじき堂島の手に落ちる。となりゃ風間のおやっさんもしまいだ。俺がそんなのを黙って見てると思うか。
See, he's the good
相手
Nishi.
が誰だろうとな。
See? See?
違うか。桐生。
I saw that one coming a mile away.
お前、自分が何してんのか分かってんのか。言ったはずだ。今俺に手を貸せば、お前は。うるせえ。
俺はおめえがいねえ登場会でのし上がっても意味がねえんだ。
I like this Nishi.
おめえがいくら言ったとこで俺との縁は切らしゃしねえ。
But I also like this whole, you know, bromance thing they have going on there.
覚悟しろよ。
Quite to my taste, I
俺
would
は一
admit.
生おめえにつきまとってやる。
Well, you almost buried that partly.
そこまで腹くくられたんじゃ。
Nice.
もう何も言えねえな。
Still my favorite Nishi. A very good Nishi. Well, you have a giant fish on your back. I really don't get Japanese tattoos. They are at least 20 leagues above my understanding. It's a bit of a dragon, isn't it? I mean, the dragon is kinda cool. Why the fish though? I mean, it looked kinda funky. I will admit. So, you know, there was practically no reason why they had to pull off the shirts, but I guess it kinda fits the scene. Yeah, amazing. That's a fun. Ah, okay. You can't stop me, I can do horrible things to you. At least it's easy to, you know, distinguish between them now. Because we are the only guys without shirts. Stop hitting poor little Nishi. I need that guy. He's pretty cool. I like him. Actually, to be fair, I like the whole of the main cast. Multitudes have super deep meaning, so when they take off the shirts, it's basically them putting everything on the line. I mean, I kinda get that. It's usually the moment, you know, when the hero fights the evil gang and they take off their clothes. It's like, come at me, all you've got, because yeah, everything is on display, basically. I get that. I do kinda... I feel like I need to actually look up the bit of the meaning up there behind those. Probably Yakuza tattoos. Seems interesting of a subject, especially because you have little experience with it. I mean, that goes without saying. Off we go to meet the poor blind lady again. Oh, sorry. You're like, hello, I have a new friend. It's like, how are you still alive at this point? Well, money. Lots of money, actually. I would like to point out. That was not what I wanted to do. I'll take it anyway. No, missed. What a question, Ishiki. You should understand. Mostly money keeps people alive in this world. Quite literally money. I pumped a lot of money into my abilities. And I still got a nice amount of money. Actually, I don't even know why we're bothering. I'm pretty sure I could pay off the fucking Dreamer family. And go like, hey, I know you were about to make a few billions out of that whole empty lot nonsense, but how about you take for a few from me? I have enough of them. And as long as I actually keep my business, technically speaking, I could make an unlimited amount of more money. Hello again, it's me. How then, little Makoto? Have you taken a bit of the smell upon yourself? Yep, pretty cool person actually. Nope, not really.
わかった。二人とも状況を説明させてくれ。
Get comfortable in this shack. Yeah, that's not much actually, but well, I guess can't complain. You have a roof over your head. At least the rain is not going to hit you.
兄が東島組にさらわれた。そんな。
兄って立花？え？この子殻の一粒の持ち主だろう。その二人が兄弟ってどうなってんだ？
Well, yeah, it's a bit of a crazy story, isn't it?
いっぺんに聞くな。とにかく今は
This does that. One question at a time. Actually, forget all of them.
なんでやっと会えると思ったのに。
Well, we all knew it wasn't that easy.
立花をさらったのは堂島組の渋沢の指図だ。
渋沢？
大阪で俺たちを襲ってきたやつだ。堂島組若頭補佐の一人。今はそいつが
Yeah.
堂島組を動かしているって
Also,
こ
we're
とらし
probably
い。
they will lean out of a window and
堂
say,
島組は
I'm
兄じゃな
probably
く
going to have to fight Kuza
私
again.
の居場所を探してるんですよ
I can
ね。
absolutely imagine him coming back for another round and going like,
すまない。
I'm still not defeated. Screw you.
俺があいつを守って
I
やる
would not even be surprised at this point. I mean, no, quite frankly, I kind of expect it.
俺が命に変えても
One hell of a promise you do there. But at least he didn't promise to bring him back in one piece, because, well, he's getting tortured, so...
アジア街の顔役からだ。電話してくる。
俺も行くぜ。
Ah, that short blissful
Kiryu-san.
time when people still had pagers.
兄をお願いします。お願い。お願いだから。
わかった。すぐに合わせてやる。必ずな。
Pretty sure I still played around with a bloody pager in my very, very early ages. A parent's
急ごう
pager.
キル。アジア街から
Good times.
立花の居場所を聞くんだ。すぐに電話しねえと。
ああ、
I mean, yeah. What else are we supposed to be doing?
アジア街の顔役ってのは信用できるのか。
Ooh, the first game is pretty much
俺
Nishiki's
は
game.
立
Eh?
花が連れてかれた後、
Ah, it's something to look forward to. I actually like him. Okay. At first I was like, meh, kinda, you know, basic bitch, but he has grown on me, honestly. Sadly, there's one thing I miss in this game that actually, Nier Automata has. I don't have a Nishi petting option. I would like to pat him on the head and be like, well, you are good, Nishi. You're very good, Nishi. If I can do this to my little drone flying around me in a fucking Nier game, why can't I do this here? Missed opportunities. I mean, it would look somewhat strange, I will admit. Then again, this game is not really too spare with the whole strange situations thing. So, you know. Yeah. That makes the first game even more interesting to me. I would like to learn more about the good Nishi. The good Nishi is an interesting little Nishi. I like him. Yeah, that should absolutely be a thing.
桐生さんだね。
陳さん、
No, it's
立花の居所はつ
the
かなかった。
grandson. I need 1,000,000
川
yen.
の一坪に
Immediately.
隣接しているハイビルだ。七福通り沿いにあるクレッシェンドビル。
The Crescendo building.
そこの地下室に
I want a title for building.
クレッシェンドビルだな。
人数は7人程度。
Hmm.
ただ、クゼという男が
Yes,
そこにいる。
why am I not surprised
知って
actually?
るね。
あ
クゼは渋沢の命令で動いているようだ。
Yeah, yeah.
その前は阿波野についてたが、くら替えしたと見える。
That guy really just is a follower, isn't he? The first time he was like, I'm like a big number. Now he's like, I'm going to
わかった。
troll up somebody's ass whenever I can.
桐生さん。
Damn it. All the way in Yakuza 6, eh? It's gonna take a while to get there. I wonder if there's a mod for that particular
立花は
nonsense where
七
you
福通
can
りの
change
クレッ
the...
シェンドビルだ。
where you can play around with the animation so that you can actually pet
わかっ
Nishi.
た。とにかく急ご
That would be awesome.
う。よし。やってやろうぜ。桐生。
Yeah, let's do it again. I mean, you know. Petting Kuzo. That's nothing new. Really not new at this point. To be fair, you know, after the last time it was kind of like, meh, it's gonna get repetitive. Now I'm kind of looking forward to it because it has become somewhat of a tradition at this
牧
point.
村誠はずっと立花のことを探してたのか。
That's kind of what got her into this whole fucking mess.
あそこにいるぞ。見つけたぜ。
Let me show you the power of a freaking bicycle. Anyone wants anything else from me? Oh, where's the fucking asshole that keeps on shooting me? That was definitely not worth that much health. Meh. Doesn't really matter overly much. I still have a reasonable amount of energy drinks. Also, I have my little turtle with me. I will never abandon this little turtle. It had a lot of fun just zooming around it. Is this the bird building? I can't read fucking Moon Runes game. Game's like, but it would be better if you could, because then you could actually read what's saying there. I'm assuming it's as Crescendo building. Why the fuck you would call this complex Crescendo building? I have no clue. Well, yeah, stocked up on energy drinks. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, technically speaking, they have a hostage, so we're kind of fucked from the get-go. We kind of have to solve that situation first. Otherwise, we're kind of in a bit of a negative situation, aren't we? Oh. Some cuts. That is going to hurt. That's gonna leave a few bruises. Ouch. Well, they are, indeed. Yes, torturers all over the world know that. And they're better than the neck, where also a lot of nerves are, because if you do horrible things to the neck, it usually kills your patient. The torturer is not paid to kill people. Idiot, don't directly attack the head, or you're just gonna make him unconscious, and that's gonna be a pain. Well, what do we have? We have toes. Usually you start with the nails when it comes to the fingers. Pulling those off is one hell of a pain. Then you have teeth. Well, I guess eyelashes to some degree you can play with. Yeah, some very interesting ways people found to inflict massive amounts of pain, get people to sign basically anything. He's a one-trick pony. See? Yeah, kind of figured as much.
極道に頭使えなんていつからそんなぬるくなっちまったんですか。そんなんだから何度も下手打つんでしょうが。誰に向かって口聞いてんだ。
Really want to say this to him. My guy has pretty hard knuckles.
思い出して。俺はな、自分より強いと思える奴を殴るためにずっと極道を張ってきたんだ。てめえみたいな三下と。
I mean, it is a good point.
情報を引き出す前にこいつがバカに殺されたとあっちゃこの俺がいい笑いもんだ。
Yep, absolutely actually.
てめえ笑ってんのか。おい。何見てんだ俺。
Oh, you idiot. That kills people. Very easily. Or gives them lasting brain damage. Also not very good. I'm just fucking good at what I'm doing.
So guy. なるようになっちまうもんだな。くぜー！
Nice. Well deserved. Yeah, we know who he is at this point. We have fought him a few times. Okay, let's get rid of the punks first, because those are gonna be in the way. Well, shit. Boost my movement there. Is there anything else I can throw around? I guess I have this. Okay, first, all of the punks need to go down. Because if those keep staying around, they're gonna be in the way. Come on, Nishi. Can't really stand in the way there. That's not a good place to be in. And down he goes, like the sack of shit he is. Seems to get ever easier to beat him.
Kiryu!
I mean, at this point, you know, a bunch of low-life thugs like those are not going to stop me.
立花、すまね。遅くなった。
謝ること。
So, Tachibana, you're quite tough.
ませんよ。桐生さん。
おい、立花。よせ。妹がすぐそこまで来てるんだ。ずっと会いたかったんだろう。今連れてきてやる。錦頼む。誠をここに。わかった。
もう間に合いません。
立花。
Jesus Christ, that doesn't look good, does it?
桐生さ
Can't we just give him an energy drink, though?
ん。ラオグよ。操ってるのは。堂島。そうへです。
Well, shit.
なんだと。
This goes up the ladder again.
クゼが言ってました。
Ain't a problem.
すべての人は堂島が引いています。風間さんを排除するために。
Well, shit.
あなたに殺しの濡れ衣を。
おい、立花。なんでこんなことに。こんな。立花。お前の妹は必ず俺が守る。約束する。絶対に守るからな。
Well, shit. Shut up, you're not gonna make this better. Kiryu is pretty damn pissed off at this point.
からの一坪はもう堂島組だけの問題じゃねえ。あの土地は近江連合に売ろうとしてる人間が東上会の中にいた。
Yeah, you're unified as always, aren't you?
そいつが誰なのかまだわからねえ。ただそういう動きがあるのは確かだ。もしからの一坪を近江連合が手にすれば
Well, that's one hell of
奴
a
ら
pain.
は再開発計画を乗っ取れる。東京進出だ。そして
ってことか。キリュウ。
You do know that's not his fucking responsibility any longer. At this point, probably, yeah.
牧村誠に指一本でも触れてみろ。俺が登場会を潰す。
I believe it. He has the fucking money to do so. He can hire a fucking army at this point. An army of mercenaries to march in there and go like, fuck you all, I have machine guns now. Wouldn't be his style, mind you. He's probably gonna go in there pretty much alone. Oh well, he's gonna go in there with the Ganishi at his side. Petting his head most profoundly and going like, yes. Well, you made him pretty damn pissed off. I do mean pretty damn well pissed off, Jesus Christ. I was actually expecting him to, you know, to go over there and to kick down on Yakuza a bit like, poop. Because, you know, he kinda deserves it. Pretty damn honorable thing, you know. For the ex-Yakuza, he's a lot more honorable than the, well, all of the Yakuza we have met so far, basically. Kinda speaks volumes about how the Yakuza are actually, isn't it?
Kiryu.
Yeah, it's another fucking unfriendly meeting we have in front of us. Yeah, he's there, physically speaking. Just not in a good state. Yeah. Dead people feel fucking strange comparatively speaking to your most average normal person. I don't think a blind person could miss dead. I should know. I worked with dead people. I'll admit, maybe this wasn't the best choice. I was not prepared for all of this nonsense, honestly. Kinda lacking for words. Somewhat. That's an understatement. That's another very, very great understatement, actually. Yeah, he really made something out of himself. Yeah, this is a pretty damn hard pill to swallow, actually. Painful reunion. Well, that's one way of saying it. Well, we could apparently start producing anime. 11 of them. 11 new anime seasons. Here you are, I have a proposal for you. There's just some things I would very much like to see in anime form.
牧村誠の行方はただ一人の味方だったリーの死とともに消え去った。真島は佐川、西谷といった誠を狙う勢力とともに彼女を連れ去った白いスーツの男を。
Makes a freaking good zombie though. That one. I have to give him that much.
間もなく浮かび上がってきたのはかつて真島もその一員だった登場界の彼。
I remember that. I remember very much so.
彼らはすでにカムロ町の不動産屋を使い、密かに誠をカムロ町へ立たせていたのだった。
Oh yeah, and then he got shot by that asshole. I remember that.
彼女を追うため、蒼天堀という檻を出ることを許された真島は、かつて自分が極道として生きたカムロ町を目指す。
Yep.
ただし、
Got sent over there.
真島に課せられているのは今なお 牧村誠の殺害に他ならぬ。
Yep. Not a good state. Although I don't really think Majima has any intention of actually fucking murdering her. Haven't had for the longest time, mind you. Don't think he's gonna find any motivation for that yet. Mildly. In fact, I think he's of a completely other opinion at this point. Hello again, Kamurocho. Feels like we haven't seen you in a while. Like 5 minutes. Feels really strange to see both of these characters in the other's town. Also, since I can't really do my usual things like running my business and stuff, I'm kinda, you know. Wherever you go, nice people all around. Don't think they will actually. Need you ugly him up? I mean, it's a smart move to stay out of the limelight for the moment because, well, that would kinda screw us over. We're basically in enemy territory at this point. No reason to actually make this even more hard on us than it actually needs to be. Would you stop sitting around like an asshole and actually do some work? Yes, you kinda made that pretty damn obvious.
蒼天堀から牧村誠が消えてもう丸1日だ。早いとこ立花不動産から取り戻さねえと完全に見失っちまうぞ。
Tachibana Real Estate has other problems.
そうなれ
Personal
お
problems
前
at the
はもう
moment.
終わりだ。そこんとこ分かってんのか？ああ。だったらもっとやる気出しても良さそうなもんじゃない？俺だってこんな狭いとこに缶詰になって我慢してんだ。近江の人間がカムロ町で幅利かしてたらことなんでね、お前に動いてもらうしかねえんだよ。
せやったら島野の親父にも手借りたらええやないか。正直に女に逃げられた言うてな。
ダメだ。島野には言えねえ。女は俺とお前だけで片付けんだ。
Yeah. Pain.
勘違いすんなよ。俺は島野を怖がってるわけじゃねえ。
No, you just would like to curl up his
政治
ass.
の話でね。近江連合の人間としちゃこの件で島野に弱みを見せるわけにはいかねえんだ。
どういうこっちゃ。
牧村誠の一件は近江連合の上層部と島野の共同作戦なんだよ。近江連合には島野から空の一坪を100億で買い取る用意が。
Nice sum of money.
近江連合の狙いはズバリカムロ町そのものだ。空の一坪はカムロ町再開発計画の鍵を握っているからな。
Yes, as we have been
そい
told
つを
over and
近江が
over.
抑えちまえば再開発に絡む東上界の島を一気に奪える。そうなりゃ近江は山ほど兵隊をカムロ町に送り込めるんだよ。東上界が抵抗する間もなくな。
Yeah, probably
100
even
億
more.
ぐらいはすぐに回収できる。
そしたら親父は東上界を裏切るつもりか。あの人はそれを承知で近江に空の一つも売るっちゅうんか。
そう。島野は東京に進出してきた近江の兵隊を後ろ盾にして登場会を取るって腹なんだよ。
Politics, eh?
近江の東京進出を許す見返りに、兄弟は登場会のトップになれる。
Tish ain't gonna work out
その
well.
時、島野と近江連合はカムロ町の取り分を話し合うことになる。だから俺が今、島野に弱みを見せたらそこにつけ込まれちまうってわけ。もっとも女殺す役にお前を指名したのは島野だ。女に逃げられた責任はあいつにもあると思うけど。
ちょ待てや。親父の狙いが土地やったらなんで牧村誠を殺さなあかんねん。所有者やったとこで土地が手に入るわけないやろ。
それについちゃ島野に何か考えがあるらしい。どういうからくりになってんのかあいつは任せろとしか言わねえ。
Yeah, obviously he's not gonna show his trump
近江
card.
連合の上はそれで承知した。実際大したやつだよ、島野ってな。
Yes.
せやったらあんたへの見返りは何や。この件であんたにも得はあるんやろ。
カムロ町の支配者の座さ、近江連合側のね。
That's a nice prize.
あんた島野の親父から何も聞かされとらん言うてなかったか。ずいぶん話がちゃうやないか。
お前に知らせる必要はねえと思ってただけだ。今は事情が変わったろ。
どう見て。
そろそろ休憩は終わりにしろよ、真島ちゃん。結局立花不動産と女を見つけねえと話にならねえ。とりあえず探す当てがねえならチャンピオン街に行ってみろ。
そこになんかあるんか。
最近まで立花不動産の人間が出入りしてたってよ。
Oh yeah. Right,
ちょっ
I
と古い
remember.
情報らしいがな。
They were actually, weren't they? Kind of keeping the area a bit protected, memory serves. From Yakuza influences. Me not having much of an option here, and since we don't really have any fucking clues whatsoever. So then we shall do that most thoroughly and see what we can find. This is getting a lot more hectic, isn't it? Unlimited sprint. You are really my truest friend. You really want to stand in my way. I hate guns. Oh, I hate guns so bloody much. Okay, I hate tasers too, to be fair. Generally speaking, bringing weapons to a fucking fist fight is not nice. Okay, I need to take one of them out, otherwise this is going to be an endless fucking circle. Stand up, bitch boy. Gotta cut ya. Just a little bit. Just a small little pie. Well, here we are, indeed. How am I supposed to be finding them? Okay. Random passerby.
この辺に立花不動産の人間が出入りしとるって聞いたんやけどな。ちいと話聞かせてくれんか。
あんたもどこかの組の人？
Family man.
いや、そんなんちゃう。
まあいいや。ここ何日かは立花さんとこの人は来てないよ。来るのは地上げのヤクザだけ。俺らも立花不動産の人たち探してるくらいでね。でもなんかヤバいことになってるみたい。
ヤバいこと？
堂島組に追われてるってさ。 俺も詳しくは知らないけど。
そうか。大きにな。
Well, we learned nothing. Where to go next? Well, apparently into a cutscene. That's always good.
やっぱりあんただったんだな、真島さん。
Oh, somebody knows me. That's good. Yep, looks pleasant already.
お前ら、島の組の。町の門からあんたを見たって知らせがあってな。今頃蒼天堀でのたれ死んでんのかと思ってたがよ。
Yeah, I've got better.
組から消されたあんたがカムロ町で何してる？ちょっと話聞かせろや。事務所まで面かせ。い
や、悪いけど急いどるんや。また次顔出させてもらいますわ。
つれねえこと言うなよ。それにあんた、自由に街を歩いてていい身分じゃねえだろ。親父から許しが出たなんて話は聞いてねえ。
I want to do a bit more breakdancing though.
何黙ってんだよ俺。
Poking people is fun, especially if you poke 3 at a time. Breakdancing is fun too.
いつから俺に備え口叩けるようになったんや。
決まってんだろうが。あんたが組に逆らった時からだよ。
Okay, now how do I do this? I need to deactivate that thing, don't I? And like this. Then I go like this. Ah, I haven't seen this in a while. Don't just stand there, my man. Come closer. Let me show you my moves. Ah, okay, I missed those moves. Raboom. Raboom. Red Bull dancing is very much fun. Yes. Very much so. Well, yeah, I don't really run out of people.
若い者のご無礼をお許しください。このお詫びにお連れしたいところがあります。
Great.
こいつらにも言うたんやけどな。俺は今急ぎの用があるんや。
島野の親父があなたをお呼びです。
Well, it's one hell of an invitation.
それより大事な用があるということでしたら遠慮しますが、そんなもんあるわけないですよね。
Yeah, I think that's not really a question, is it now? It's like, yes, kinda have to take that meeting, don't I? I don't think they're gonna ask, you know, twice. He's just casually eating. Just come up. Don't mind me, I'm just eating.
何遠慮しとるんや、真島。少し身内に酒あかんようなったんか。
Toshi, Shima, no.
いえ。何も怖がることないで。
No, no, there are many things to be scared of. Yeah. Bad memories.
お前に話があるんや。
Uh-huh.
急な呼び出しだな、兄弟。
佐川。
Hmm.
水臭いこと言いなや。お前こそこっち来てるんやったら声かけてもらうな。 これで全員や。久々にうまい酒が飲めそうやな。
Yeah, he's a bit of a strange one, isn't he?
で、用ってのは何なんだ、兄弟。
そらこっちのセリフやろ。兄弟こそカムロ町には何の用で来たんや。
Sightseeing. Pure tourism.
たく負けたよ。どうせ全部お見通しなんだろ。でなきゃこんなお膳立てはしねえもんな。牧村誠が蒼天堀から逃げた。今橘不動産ってとこの連中が女連れてカムロ町に来てる。
ほう、そうないなことになっとったんか。せやけど安心せい。全部わしの計画のうちや。
計画通り。
何？
Hardly.
どういう意味ですか？
Surprising.
そもそもな、真島。わしがお前に牧村誠を殺せ言うたんはお前には殺せんと踏んどったからや。
You know, I mean, it's kind of obvious that Majima's not the kind of guy to do it.
なんだそれ。
Pretty damn strange choice, especially because he's a branded dog, isn't
わかる
he?
やろ、真島。わしはお前以上にお前っちゅう男をよー知っとるんや。目に浮かぶで。殺しの命令を受けたお前は女殺せんとどっかにかくまったんやろ。わしの狙い通りにな。
Well, so what's your end game?
何やと？
説明してくれんだろうな、兄弟。
その前にお前らもう殻の一坪は見たか？
あ？
And when were we supposed to be doing that?
殻の一坪は七福通りと太平通りに挟まれた一帯にある端切れの土地や。そんな土地が今、東上界の鍵を握っとる。
Pretty much, yes.
堂島組の連中が大金つぎ込んできたカムロ町再開発計画。その生き死にが殻の一粒にかかっとんのや。
Yes, that's the whole problem, otherwise we wouldn't have the
も
situation.
し堂島宗平がその土地を手にしてみ、そっから生まれる再開発の利権を手土産に東上界の跡目や。あんな頭の足りん小物がトップになったら東上界はしまいやで。
Well, that's the opinion of many, apparently.
それを邪魔しようとしとるんが堂島組の若頭風間や。
Indeed, he's trying pretty damn hard.
風間慎太郎ですか？
せや、あいつほど厄介な男はおらん。わしが東上界とんのに一番邪魔な男や。女を連れ去った橘不動産の桐生一馬いうのもその風間の手下や。
That is indeed.
桐生一馬。
風間も親の堂島には表だって立てつけん。せやから橘不動産中兵隊を使ってるっちゅうこっちゃ。
Well, yes, he kinda is.
それ言ったら兄弟も同じだ。今は直系の島野組も元を正しゃ堂島組の系列。堂島宗平ってかつての親に弓は引けねえ。だから組から名前消した真島ちゃんを使うしかねえんだろ。
せやな。
Wow.
で、兄弟の狙いは何なんだ？殺せと命令してまで牧村に真島ちゃんを近づかせた理由は？
It's a plot to kinda get your hands on the
信
land.
頼を得るためや。口約束とは違う本物の信頼をな。
なるほど。愛か。
愛か。
せや、女から見れば殺し屋のくせに自分を助けてくれる真島ほど信頼できる男はおらん。
I mean, just Kiryu, you know,
いず
she's
れ
probably
真
trusting
島
him
の
a
言う
lot
ことやっ
too.
たら何でも聞くようになる。それがわしに土地を売れいう話でもな。
Ah, well, the fucking dirty plan, isn't it?
何でもする。 愛は盲目ってやつか。
Platzi, Platzi, bloody, fucky, nasty plan.
牧村誠には別の理由でしばらく身隠してもらう必要があった。
何のために？
東上界内部の風間派を全部あぶり出すためや。それを知っとかんうちにはわしも東上界は取れん。
What a pleasant man, isn't it?
女が消えたら案の定動き出した東上界の人間がおった。それが日教連の世良や。あの世良を動かしたんはお前の手柄やで、真島。風間と世良のつながりはわしにも見抜けんかった。
Oh shit, we've actually played in two hands.
世良なら俺が始末しといたよ。
いや、あいつはまだ生きとるわ。今日、カムロ町で世良を見たもん。
Ah, Segawa, you're such a bad shot, aren't ya?
それでええんや。殺すには早い。バックに風間がついとることさえ分かっとれば、逆に日教連を利用できることもある。
Okay. That guy really thinks he has it all figured out, eh?
お前、もう牧村誠は殺さんでええ。
This is gonna bite him in the ass, isn't it?
そん代わり、あのお嬢ちゃん、立花不動産から取り戻して、わしんとこにお連れせ。大事な客人としてや。わしがきっちり10億で土地買うたる。それさえうまくやったらお前東上界に戻したるわ。女もお前の好きにしたらええ。
Fucking great.
お
Oh
前
boy.
惚れとんのやろ、あの女に。
だがな、あいにくその女がどこにいるかわからねえんだ。全部お前の計画のうちってんなら手貸してくれよ、兄弟。
女連れて逃げとんのは立花不動産の桐生や。せやったらその兄弟分の錦山いうのから居所
You're not telling me to beat up poor little Nishi, are you?
錦山も風間の子がいや。風間組の事務所によう出入りしとる。
やれやれ。よかったな、真島ちゃん。女は殺さなくていい。登場界にも戻れる。与えられた仕事さえ完璧にこなせば。
How about we do the opposite of what
い
he
いこと
wants?
ずくめじゃねえか。これでみんなハッピーってわけだ。
せやからええ話がある言うたやろ。
So, Majima has been surprisingly quiet for a while. Pretty sure Anthony's like, nope, not gonna do this. Fuck you. And fuck you very much so. Oh, you know, he at some point just, it's another scheme again in the making. I'm just gonna tune out. Happy thoughts, yes.
ただのピエロちゅうわけか。
おい、落ち着けよ。負けてきれんならもうパチンコなんかやめろって。
うるせえん
Good
だよ。
point.
おいてめえ待て
Yeah,
よ。
I wouldn't, honestly.
なんかこいつやばくね。
Yes. Very much bad news. He's gonna stab you.
バカやべって。
No, that's not really a wise choice.
肩ぶつけたろうが謝れっつんだよ。
どうでもええ。
は？
好きにせえや。
マジかよ。
俺上等じゃねえか。
Eh, Majima. Ouch. Majima. I mean, I get that you're fucking depressed at this point. That ain't gonna help now, is it? Well, I'm hardly here to say it. I mean, there have been, you know, known easier ways to do that. They do not involve getting kicked around like a bitch. Hey, he found his motivation at long last. Also, if you're the clown, you know, you can just take a little pie and throw it into a certain Boldy's little head, can't you? You can be just like, hey, just a joke, bro. Would be fun as hell, though. Nothing. Yeah. I haven't been here in a long while, actually. Not since the very beginning of the game, I think. Well, yeah, we can't just run in now, can we? This is pretty ready, I'd say. I mean, it's a bold move, just, you know, running into a freaking Yakuza's office and going like, hello, I have some questions.
Oi, mate. Darre da te me.
真島言うもんや。堂島組の錦山来とるか。
え？錦山さんのお知り合いですか？
いや、これから初対面や。
ああ？てめえふざけてんのか？何者だこれ？
He's in a very good mood.
うるせえ！おめえもういいから帰れ！ここどこだと思ってんだ？
Well, it's not a bar. It's not a bathhouse. It's not the beach.
そいつは真島だ。お前らの手に負える相手じゃねえ。
Pretty much, yeah.
真島って真島五郎ですか？
Yeah, the same. The very
3
same.
年前島の組から消されたって話だったがな。間違いねえ。
あんた誰や？
風間組若頭の柏木だ。
Indeed.
あんたが錦山に何の用がある？
あんたには関係あらへん。ええから錦山出せや。
俺がお前の言うこと聞く義理でもあんのか？
なんやと？
お前は登場界から抹消されてる。ここはお前が来ていい場所じゃねえ。
ええ加減にせえ。俺は錦山出せ言うとるだけやで。さっさと出さんかいボケが。
He's getting mad, isn't he?
桐生もお前には渡さねえよ。
上等やないか。
お前らはいい。こいつは俺がやる。真
They
島。
don't really want to fight you, though.
場所を変えさせてもらうぜ。この神聖な事務所、お前の血で汚されちゃかなわねえ。
I mean, as far as I'm aware, Kashiwagi has not done anything really assholish. I'd actually considered him to be, you know, among the better people. Don't really want to beat his ass. I mean, I will. It's kind of what the game tells me to do, but doesn't mean that I want to. I also don't want to chase the good Nishi. I want to pat him on the head and tell him that he did a good job, not beat the living shit out of him. Those are two very different things. On a rooftop.
俺が面倒見てるビルでな。好きに使わせてもらってる。お前の死体が転がってもすぐに始末できるってわけだ。
ほんまにあんた一人でよかったんか？
You got the premium set, didn't ya?
手下呼んでも構へん
When the janitors do all the woodwork.
それじゃつまんねえだろ。俺もお前とは一度やり合ってみたかったんだ。
I'm assuming you're going to be a
おかげで
pain.
さっきから血が騒いで仕方ねえんだよ。極道の佐賀ってやつか。
This fight is going to be a pain, isn't it? I can see it already. This guy's probably tough.
派手に行こうじゃねえか。
How's your situation going?
おっぱじめようぜ。
It's going, I suppose. So much pain. But the pain never ends. Actually, I have a nice bit of an assignment now. Because technically I should be writing, you know, like... Went per month of the reports. While I, technically speaking, don't even have a year that I could actually write on. Some people really have interesting, funny little ideas in their head. I always get confused why there's a bee in there. There shouldn't be a bee in there. Ta-da! I'm just doing some dancing. Don't mind me. Oh, but apart from, you know, unreasonable demands made for no other reason than people are far too inflexible to actually, you know, apply the ruling to a realistic situation. Don't really want to complain, you know. At least not overly much. And I'm feeling better about beating him down, though. How about you, little strategy member? You having a nice, fine evening?
来ない化け物が風間組にはおったんか。
Kashiwagi. Can't regret my choice.
柏木さん。
とこに来たやないか。錦山っちゅうやつはどこや。
Yuki's like, he has a knife.
さっさと答えんとこいつの左目えぐるで。俺と揃いにしてやる。
Sounds like a good, very good threat coming from him. I was streaming this afternoon. That's good. That's always a good thing. Streaming is fun. I can recommend it. Good for your nerves. Good for your health. Basically a wonder drug. I know. I know the bar.
おらんかったらまた戻ってくんで。
Yeah, you don't really want to see him again, do you? Oh. Yeah, I know. I know, game. You'd be surprised to know, but I've been through this city like a few times. At this point. I practically speaking knew that then I would probably be the next point when we're talking about the good Nishi. Kinda expected it. To be completely fair and honest with you. Oh shit, that means we're actually... yeah, we're gonna meet... for fuck's sake, people. We're gonna meet... nice little bar lady again. Answer is probably yes. Anyone else around? You just wanna sit at the sideline like a bitch? You don't. I still love this style though. Just looking at this makes me very, very happy. Executive Lounge, Serena. Kaoru, Tokyo. Well, I mean, what option do I have actually? Now then, let's see. Let's hope that Nishi is actually not here. Of course he's here, for fuck's sake. Come on, Nishi, you're supposed to know better. Run away. Do something good. Oh yeah, right, I forgot. Majima actually doesn't know how he looks. Just walks by him, goes like, eh?
良さそうな店やな。
ありがとうございます。
shame if somebody were to rearrange all of the furniture.
なあママこの店錦山いう男の行きつけって聞いたんやけどな。
Just don't stop, Nishi. Just walk away. I don't want to beat you.
実際よう来るんか？
ええ。
No, bad Nishi. Could be as a way.
あんた。
Oh, for fuck's
真
sake.
島言うもんや。
あんたの探してる男だって言ったらどうする？
This is gonna be a pain.
俺
Don't
が
do
ほ
it.
んまに探しとるんはお前やない。牧村誠いう女や。その子は橘不動産の桐生と一緒におる。その桐生のとこに案内してもらいたいんや。
真島って言ったか、あんた。
ああ。
俺がこの世界に入る前、島の組に真島って人がいたらしい。
Yep, you probably did.
下手打って左目えぐられたって聞いてるよ。それ以来、町から姿消したってさ。
I mean, they did, quite literally, carve out a freaking eye. You know, the sort of eye you need.
登場
For
界に
depth
復帰したって
perception
こ
and
とです
stuff.
か。真島さん。
まだや。
だったらなんで牧村誠を追ってんだ？
あの子を守るためって言うたら信じてくれるか？
At this point? Nope, probably not.
お前の兄弟分はどこや？牧村誠どこに隠しとる？
Yeah. Come on, Nishi. You can do better.
お前じゃ俺には勝てん。
笑わせんな。会ったばかりで俺の何がわかんだよ。
今ので何もわからんようやから、お前は俺に勝てんのや。
あんたも分かっちゃいねえよ。あんたの目に俺がどう映ってんのか知らねえが。
Might be good to actually use this good old-fashioned fast
兄
style.
弟を売る男じゃね
え。なるほど。
I mean, yeah, he's the good Nishi, of course he wouldn't. Doesn't even need the motivation and the boner from a fight, he's just a honestly good guy. Very pleasant guy. Okay, enough dancing and let's actually beat him up in, you know, real fashion. Still, I really don't want to do this. For fuck's sake, game, don't make me do this. Come on, get up again. I'm not even going to use that on you. You know what? If you're nice at me. Sorry, Nishi. What sort of move was that, Nishi? Come on, you can do better. I've seen you fucking fight. Oh shit, it's gonna be a quick time, is it? I press bloody B! Circle. This time. Nope, you don't. Energy drink. Just drink the fucking energy drink out of the fucking air. Oh, hello, Mr. Recordine. Haven't seen you in a while. Sorry, I was a bit busy beating up a person I really don't want to beat up. How are you? Busy wrecking things. I mean, it's kinda, probably, yeah.
桐生はどこや？
待って、あなたが探してるのは牧村誠でしょ？
Ah, the usual. Wrecking life, wrecking self-esteem. The good things in life. Can do that for quite a while, especially if you have a lot of self-esteem.
もう桐生さんの元にもいない。
なんやと？どういうこっちゃ？
Yeah, I know how that works sometimes. Life has a tendency to fade it on rather big when it pleases it. One could say it's a bit of a bitch, but well, that's nothing new.
3時間くらい前だ。
since you appeared, I'm assuming you have a bit more calm then. Let's hope so. You know how it is. Life has a tendency to be live. Indeed. What that implies, let's let that open. But yes, life has a tendency to be many great things. Most of those keep you rather busy though, I can tell. Yeah, so you had the Eye of the Storm party, eh? That usually means another shit ton of shit hitting the fan at some new... ain't good. Well, relatively speaking, not bad. I mean, things are fucked anyway, so I'm enjoying the ride so far. And well, just today? Is it today? Yes, today. I got a nice little offer because basically I have employed myself in my own company so that I can actually do training to get a nice little diploma. Yeah, I can probably do something about that. It's standing in a new position, which is kind of screwing with my settings a bit. Yeah, let's see. We can probably make it a bit louder. Yeah, let's see. Roop. Let's see if I do it like... Can I do it from here? Yeah. It should be a bit louder now. Let's go back into the game. Yes, the fun part is now I'm supposed to give them 24 months worth of reports about what I learned. Well, I haven't even done this trainee gig for even a year. Pain in the ass. I'm just putting it fucking mildly, but well. I'll take it. It's sort of the munch you get from people that can only read the fucking rulebook and not understand that you need to actually interpret said rules. Oh, pain in the ass. So while I'm playing around with some settings, let me play around with another setting. Find Makoto. Well, that's a tough order. Ah, life. You can be such a nice little bitch. Especially once people get involved. People... I mean, imagine even better if you fucking own a business and now you do a training to become a salesperson. It's like, bitch, please, I've done this shit like a million times. I had actual courses that went over all of the basics of economics. I can actually run my fucking business. Then they're like, but you need to know the 8 phases of a sales pitch. Like, bitch, please. Where the fuck do you think I come from? Well, that's kind of how it is. It's the theoretical part. Germany has this nice dual trainee system where you basically have to do the practical part in the company itself, and you have to do a theoretical part at school. Well, basically at school. It's not really a school, but it is. Actually, I don't think Manjiba has never visited the empty lot himself. Maybe I can actually go there now. Bit of a pain though, because there are rules that need to be followed. Usually you have a trainee term of 3 years, and of course I don't, but they still want reports for, well, at this point 2 years, which I can't provide obviously. So I just, openly asked him, what do you expect me to do? Do you want me to, should I just fake it? I can give you reports, fake reports for the time, sure. I'm not too happy about that suggestion. Just saying. Actually, I think I can get to... Yeah, even he's like, wait. Well, am I where I think I am? Yes, you are. I have guided you into the empty lot. Well, in that case, they make one very strategic mistake. If you run a little store, and you're a salesperson. A merchant in the farthest sense the word, which means there's no honest merchant. Bluffing is basically part of the job. I'm pretty damn good at it, if I need to be. Oh, let me see. You say like, okay, here's the blank form, now fill it in with information, give it to us. To be fair, yes and no. I have to pay for the examination, the midterm examination that I had today, and I have to pay for the final examination at the end of the term. The idea is this one is basically just to assess where you are, and it's going to influence your final note, and the final one is going to be a double test, a verbal test, where you have to actually, you know, basically a 15-minute little speech, and then you have to answer some bloody questions. That's pain. And the written three-parter, which is basically the this basic economics. It's not really difficult. That's a bit of a bitch. Cost-wise, it's not that pricey because since I'm actually employing myself, I'm free to take the courses itself. Just the fuck nonsense. The only honest merchant is the one that will be bankrupt. The problem is there's actually laws for that. In Germany, precisely speaking, there is actually a 12-month sort of guarantee going on, and there is a so-called, what would that be called in English? I have no idea. It's basically about the who has to bring the proof. If somebody comes into my store in 12-month time after he bought something and he tells me this is faulty and it is an actual fault, like for example, something that is over, you know, the MHD, basically the time until it's holding the battery that's, you know, over the date basically, and we can tell that it has been over the date when he bought it, well, then the fault lies with me. In any case, this is a pain, because that can be applied to many things. Now, that is only true when things are actually faulty, but as long as there is an actual fault, I will always be the asshole who has to take it back, if it has a fault. If you just don't like it, you're screwed. Because, you know, need to be fair. If you force people to actually take that shit back too, you're gonna get very close to bankruptcy very fast.
Yeah,
you mentioned it so specifically that it was kind of like, yes, maybe visiting is a good idea. Well, yeah. We're going precisely where you, well, surmised we are going. Hello, empty lot. I kind of just wanted to go here for nostalgia reasons, because I have seen it so often in cutscenes already, and I kind of wanted to go back and look at it a bit. It could actually be where we... Is this actually where we're supposed to be going? I mean, yeah, it is. It's a shitty, empty little spot in nowhere land. Oh. We found a person. A very important person. I don't think she sees you. Quite literally not. And I don't mean that in a bad way or in a mean way, it's just a simple fact of life. You found the stairs pretty damn fucking fast, didn't ya? I mean, I haven't really seen many as of She's watching her property. It's hers. She has every right to do so. Hello there. Speak. Hmm. Jesus. Okay, I'll take it back. She can't see me. Well then, we earned what? 7 high-end German cars this time. Pretty sweet deal, actually. Bada-boom. Chapter 16. Sadly, this is gonna be the point that I kinda turned out. I kinda said that at the beginning of the stream, but basically I'm going to make this into a two-parter. Mostly because, well, since I had a fucking written exam today and had to, of course, go and run the storm, like usual. I am a bit extra tired, and so I wanted to play something that I really want to play it. And I think I'm going to blue ball everyone, including myself, for once. Save the rest for the grand finale, because I actually want to take some fucking time. And I don't know how long the rest is going, but I'm assuming the finale is going to take a bit. And if I had to, cut that short because I really need to go to bed because my night is over at 5 in the morning, that would really suck. And I don't want to do this. That would be just, soulish. Because, businesses don't run themselves. It's the people that run them. Without me, that would be a bit difficult. I can't really afford, a whole day, no income. Not really, at least. I think I'm still owning a certain of my I'm owing somebody a lot of money for wares to sell. Still need to make the money back to actually pay him, otherwise that could end up somewhat horrible for my bank account. But oh well. With that in mind, for the moment, I shall bid you adieu. Yeah, I kinda had to take out quite a bit of a loan here and there. Yeah, my kneecaps not so much. My credibility when it comes to money, very much so, yeah. Basically, it's like, make 2 steps in the wrong direction and you will never get any money for anything ever again. At least not in any reasonable amounts. I'm not talking about, going to your family and ask for, 100 quid or so. That's not a problem. But if I wanted to start another project, at this point, if we add most of the... well, for that one alone, it's like 3,000 plus the loan. We are moving, well, quite a bit above the 10,000 area already. Which is not a problem. As long as I can actually pay the interest, that is. And sell the business off successfully, of course. Oh yeah. You too, take care, little crazy red. Thanks for dropping by. Let's go through the usual. Let's see here, who can I easily name? The first one to arrive was the Crazy Dread. He has been a fast boy, hasn't he, lately? I mean, he's crazy, that explains it. The crazy are usually fast. Next in line we have our very own Captain Most Illiterate. Those are the 2 grande YouTube side of things. They shall be appreciated very much because I say so. So, you shall follow order and appreciate them and their doing. Next from the Twitch side, we have the strategy member, a well-known face around this part of the internet, of course, at this point in time, and we have a new old face, the Mr. Regadine himself, also coming by, and appreciate a bit of this unfolding shit show of people's interest colliding on a very, very crucial level, and some, fights I wasn't really too fond of. I don't really want to beat up. I mean, Kashiwagi is just, he hasn't done anything wrong. There's no reason to beat him up to that degree. And then there's the good Nishi, and I'm like, well, shit. I wanted a pet him button, not a punch him button. I already have punch people buttons. Lots of them. Well, we'll see. Maybe once in the future, when Yakuza 25 rolls around, somebody will have seen this video and go like, yes, actually, a pet Nishi button would be precisely what we need in our game. We'll see. Well, maybe I need to, actually start focusing on growing this to the point where people listen to me. That would be actually something I would advertise. I would, use all of the influence of the internet to make them put that into the game. Seems like a very lovable goal, if you ask me. True, and honest, good goal. Well, let's stop, playing around because, well, my tiredness is clearly getting to me at this point. So yeah, as for all of those stem posters or night posts, I'll try, but it costs money to print shit. I know, because I actually do some advertisement from time to time, and it costs money. I actually get a good rate for like 1,000 of those, but yeah, extra spending is late. Not on the menu at the moment, let's just say. Not even if I would really enjoy that shit show of having, the little thing on it. Imagine it. Just a little picture of Kiryu, with a nice smile on his face, bending down a bit, petting slightly smaller Nishi on the head, like bit, and And then in poster form all over lampposts in all of the city? Yes. Some might call it terrorism. I call it a just cause. Just a thought. Well, now I will have to consider that. That's a very good question that I can't actually, answer, because I actually got that from a friend when I set this whole nonsense up, and no, she in this case actually was like, I want this. Because technically speaking, she actually streamed in the beginning of this whole project. I just took it and, made it look a little bit more retro, because I liked the look of that. And I was like, okay, I'm happy. Take it. Should have asked her for information on that particular point, but I'll ask her the next time I speak with her. Has been rather busy lately with a actually long-ass shit show on the job. I think for almost a year at this point. Pain in the ass. But if I remember, I'll ask her. Yeah, it is definitely some weep stuff. I can tell you that much. I have no idea what though. And it's not that I'm against all of the weep stuff, mind you, but I'm just not that much in know, and also my memory for smaller details is not that great, I have to admit. Well, anything else? Well, of course, we cannot forget about those unmentionables, the unnamed, the lurkers. Those who drop by and stay silent like I usually do. They shall too feel appreciated and pat themselves on the shoulder. Very much so. I mean, feel free, I guess. Can't really stop you. And honestly, I'm just too lazy to try to do that myself. The kitty. The kitty says it's time for feeding, apparently, because he has kindly climbed on the chair and patted me on the arm, with the slightest thread of claws, going like, okay, you have two options here. You can either acknowledge my existence, or no one can stop you. I beg to differ. I can't probably stop you. I could just change the picture, couldn't I? But no, that would be kind of pointless. Really would be kind of pointless. I mean, I did say at some point, mind you, that if I ever would find some extra money, I would actually like to get some nice art for this whole little project of mine, because I do like to make things look nice, but I have no idea. Don't ask me. Well, if you do find an answer, do let me know. Was there anything else? I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of stuff today. That's why I'm sitting here thinking like, is there anything else I needed to talk about? I have no idea. Well, yeah, maybe. Maybe at some point I will actually find... Actually, then I would need to commission art. And I never in my life have commissioned art, so I have no idea how to actually do that. You know what? While you're at it looking at weep shit, why don't you, look for something like a good artist that can do us some nice art at reasonable prices, and then I will start saving up. Let's see, what did you say? Let's take those two names and Google those and see what Google tells me what that is. Could be this one. Could be the first one. I mean, it kind of looks like it. Did you say the second one is this one? I really have no idea what. I have no fucking idea. I don't think I have the original around any longer. Pretty sure I taken care of that. What the fuck is a fever? I have no idea. Let me write that down because I forget things often. I'll look at that. Then I need to actually, well, then I would actually, I mean, I kind of want to keep it in the same vein. It's kind of a friend's gift, basically. I kind of want to honor that. But that doesn't mean that we can't modify it a bit, can we? As long as we stay in the general same vein, yes, I can get that in my conscious, yes. Hey, look at that fever nonsense. I mean, what can I say, People sell their service, like graphic designers, concept artists, voice actors, programmers. Whole slew of things, apparently. I'll just write that down, and when I find a nice little free moment, I'm gonna take a look if I find something that looks pleasant. And then I would have to figure out how to actually, well, commission art. Sounds interesting. I'm not against the new challenge, mind you. I do like challenges. But yeah, since I can't really figure anything else out, even though I'm pretty sure I've forgotten something that I wanted to mention at the end, but, well, you know what, I'm gonna make you a nice little offer here. I'm gonna be like, let's talk about that tomorrow, because chances are tomorrow, after a normal day, though a long day, gets there to be your GF. Why would I pay anyone to play with me? It seems kind of strange. Also, you know, from pure experience, girlfriends are a bit of a pain in the ass. Gets even worse when you make them into a wife. They reach their worst when they become your ex-wife. Why would I want to even play at that? This particular moment sounds like a pain in the ass. But I guess if there's a market for it, somebody is gonna sell it. Has always been the case, hasn't it? I mean, quite literally. It is a bit of an evolution. Now they start nice and harmless and somewhat bearable. Later on, it becomes worse. And at some point, you're at the point, well, it has escalated quickly. Quite quickly. Honestly, I never really understood that feeling too well, per se. It did kind of feel a bit lonely, you know, the first month or so after I had my divorce. Sure, because, well, you're kind of used to having somebody else around. But, you know, after that, I kind of threw myself into work and, you know, hobbies and friends and stuff. And, well, can't say I've felt lonely ever since. So, maybe it's a bit of a perspective. Maybe some people are just more subject to a feeling like that or not. Can't say. I'm not feeling lonely. Actually, you know, it's pretty hard to feel lonely when you spend basically every bloody evening talking to at least one or two people. To be fair, it's through the internet, and according to some of my older colleagues, that doesn't count, but... yeah. It is somewhat sad that it exists. On the other hand, and that's the whole point of merchants, always, if there is interest in a certain produce, a service, anything, somebody will sell it. You can absolutely bet your ass on that. Sooner or later, somebody will sell it and make a fucking killing of it. I mean, that one example that I heard recently, that some people were talking about that, what was it called? The OnlyFans nonsense. I was like, so why? Half the internet is made of freaking porn. You can get everything you want. From the big to small ones. You know, from titties to asses, whatever the fuck you desire, you can get it. Why would you pay somebody for that? Because it's personal. Okay? Is that a relevant point? I'm here to fucking jerk off. I'm not trying to build a fucking relationship. That's not how relationships work. I mean, in that same regard, actually, you and me have a bloody hell deeper relationship than most of that, basically. Just because, you know, we can talk rather freely here. It actually is a sort of relationship. A small one, then not too deep one, mind you, because a lot of the usual interaction is missing, like, you know, eating face to face and stuff like that, or I guess talking face to face would be the appropriate next step. But that is something that really goes beyond. Maybe I'm just too old to understand it. Maybe that's part of the internet culture I will never get, but some things are just really beyond me sometimes. And I just sit and go like, huh, I want to poke it with a stick and see if it moves. But then again, if it would actually move, I wouldn't know what to do with it. Also, that whole incel thing. I mean, what the fuck even is that? What is that supposed to be? I don't get it. The more I look at stuff like this, I'm kind of like, am I really that old that I can't find the connection anymore? Is that it, maybe? Maybe it really is old age. Yeah, I get it. I mean, there has always been some people who either didn't wanted one or didn't get one. But doesn't really feel like people made such a big shitstorm about it in the past. Well, I hate to say it, but some people are just not blessed by genetics and look like shit. It happens. Sometimes you find still, luck out there. It's not impossible, mind you. I mean, as long as you don't want a 9 or a 10, chances are you could get someone. Inventory celebrate. Just go to a fucking browser, for Jesus fucking Christ. If you can't stand the thought of not being able to fuck, and just fucking pay at least for the fucking and not for any other nonsense. Yeah, there's a market out there for people that can't just easily get, sex the usual way. You go out into the disco, you look for your target, you take a shot or two, start talking. I mean, worst case you get rejected, but hell, never stop. Another shot, try the next one. Yeah, some of my most interesting evenings with different groups of people kind of started like this, mind you. So, good example of that, actually. Not that I have many opportunities to do this any longer. But honestly, if all you're after is a nice little, snoo-snoo, there are establishments that serve that particular purpose. Now, get yourself a fucking second job, work hard for 2 months, make an ass load of money, shave all of that money, go into some of those high-class establishments, and I can tell you, those ladies are really high-class, cost an ass load, but, yeah, worth it. Not really. But well, that's not the point. It exists, make use of it. If you're feeling so unhappy about being celibate, you don't need to be celibate. We live in a society of fucking over everything. You can get everything. In fucking quantities that you can't imagine if you want to. And go out and buy... That would be fun. But yeah, sadly. I mean, that would be a debt I would actually make fun of and go like, yes. Oh no, that's actually from my younger days. It was one of those... you see, I worked for an insurance company once, a long while ago. We had basically an assload of money because we had literally no time to spend it. We were working an unbelievable amount of hours, and the money just piled up, basically. And so, once we actually got all a bit of free time, and, we started drinking in the bar, then we went to a strip club, and, I wasn't really a fan, but at that point the mood was just there, and then everybody was like, over on the other side of the street, there's another nice establishment. Let's go over there. Yeah, by the point I realized what sort of establishment we just ran into, the prices for the drinks weren't that much different from the strip club, basically highway robbery. I was like, you know what, this is not a bad idea, is it? To be fair, the ladies were very fucking good. Cost an assload money, yes, because I checked the next day and I could tell you, my little bag, beginning of the night, it was full of money. By the end, there were a lot less. But then again, it was a great evening, all things considered. Still kind of miss those days, although that job was really a pain in the ass. They worked us to the fucking bone. They paid well, only though they kind of retake us, because basically the idea is the people sign up for an insurance, sure, but if they cancel later on, your extra money that you get for it is going to be retracted. So, bit of a pain in the ass to deal with that. But hey, it was a nice experience. This also has kind of changed my view on the whole, business of prostitution. It can be a pretty damn workable environment if you actually are willing to create one. And, people always get the idea that the ones doing it do it, out of desperation or any such. It's actually people who are just, basically good looking. They know that sex is not the worst thing in the world, and they're like, I can make money off this. Nice. I mean, you can't work this job until you are an old granny, but you start young enough, early 20s. You'll probably have 10, 15 good years at the very least if you keep in shape. You can earn a nice amount of money, especially if you work at one of the better places. There's one over in Cologne. They really are the rates. Well, and actually, it's so big. They actually pay their girls good amount of money. I'm not saying it's perfect, but, you know, they do get a lot of it. Nice rooming, free drinks, free eating. Because, you know, me being the talkative little smug asshole, especially when I'm drunk, I spent half of the time I booked with that particular girl there talking about insider secrets, because I'm just that fucking curious. But well, another nice little story from the past. Well. But yes, what gets even later, and I start doing another stream just because I can, and completely say like, screw it, I can work the whole day. Indeed, a businessman. One of the most important things I found for being a businessman, a good businessman that stays afloat, if not horrible things like, you know, Corona gets in your way, is to actually be a fucking curious asshole. Ask questions, get to know people, and, well, maybe you'll find a nice business opportunity. Maybe you'll find somebody who's like, my grandfather actually owns a mountain, he produces wine that he only sells, you know, locally. And you're like, I could get just a few crates outside of that local. I could make a killing off that, couldn't I? Stuff like that. Might sound like a bit of a coincidence approach to the whole business thing, and absolutely not compatible with that what bigger chains do, because they tend to be a lot more inflexible. But for a small store, be surprised how well that works, actually. Just through word of mouth, we have gone quite far, honestly. Been running that shit show for, at this point, over half a decade. Yeah, it's actually been that long. You know, not all of it was golden, but wasn't the worst time. Now feeling like I'm getting sentimental, and that's really not a good thing. Because I'm gonna have a lot of time to get sentimental once I actually have to sell it all off. I'm gonna save for that. I'm gonna miss it though. But nobody knows what the future brings. That's actually an example I do like to bring up. It's like, if you had told me, you know, just like 3-4 years ago that I would at some point actually be trading here in the evening and doing some streaming, I'm too polite to laugh in your face, but would be like, yeah, sure, but whatever you say. Here we are now. Heck, who knows? Maybe at some point in the future, and that's actually something, that's the fun part of life, maybe at some point this whole little hobby of mine will blow up far enough that I can actually go like, yes, I want a Nishi petting button, please. The company will actually, well, the developer in this case, I suppose, will actually be like, hey, maybe we'll do it. Who knows? To be fair, I would have to probably take this a lot more serious than I do now, because right now, as I said, it's my hobby, and I like it. And, well, they even have some people who've, you know, tipped some money. I was like, well, I was not expecting that. Really not. Hobbies are usually money sinks and not money generators. But hey, so many surprises. That's the good part about life. A lot of boredom. Although I would like life to be a bit more, you know, on the giving side. Because recently it has not really done much of that. But oh well. Other times will come. Now, enough rambling, because basically, you know, in like 20 minutes more than I wanted to. Once again, Mr. Recordine, well, thanks for staying a bit extra and the nice conversation. I'm gonna look at that Fiverr thing and see if I can actually find some artist, and if I can then figure out how to commission art. How even does that work? How am I going to describe what I want in any ways that an artist could actually make use of? I have no idea. But I will ask them nice and politely, because, you know, that's actually the good thing. Learning new things. I mean, the first time sucks, because you basically have no idea and it takes a while, but on the other side, if an artist wants to sell his art, which means he needs to do, you know, the whole mercantile sing and dance, the salesperson's pitch, then he should know how to deal with first-timers. And if not, then going by my own business experience, he's not worth it anyway. Yeah, I'll think about it. As I said, I kind of want to keep the main theme, basically what I have, because that's kind of, you know, something I would like to do for my consciousness. But I would like to have something of our very own, basically. Yeah, I'll sleep on that, let's just say. But, also, if you have any input regarding designs or anything, do let me know. I'm open to suggestions, of course. Like, if you're bored, you can probably, or well, rather, if you're not bored, but if you want to communicate something concrete, just go to that Discord thingy that not I have set up, mind you, but another friend of mine set up for me. And just, you'll see me there. Just drop a message or something, I don't know. What's that called, a DM or something? Check, don't know. Oh no, don't care. But I'm just offering it as an option. Just, you can also just do that if you want to, talk about something. I'm not really judgmental, I talk to everyone, first and foremost. Which I will admit, Discord is a great option for that, to be fair. Well, but yeah, with that in mind, I think I shall wish you a good evening, or good night actually, rather, considering how late it is. Well, go right ahead. I can't... You don't really need to be active. Honestly, I have quite a few... Well, I have like 5 people on there. They are not the most active bunch either. They don't need to be. It's basically a free-for-all thing. You can do or don't do whatever you want. I just found it to be a rather easy way to communicate with people. As I said, it's an option. It's not like I'm forcing you in any way, shape, or form to go there. Just feel free. Not more, not less, not anything. Because I hate that whole... Do you know that spiel that you sometimes, or well, you usually get on the YouTube? It's like, please like and subscribe. Yes, of course, I know that helps you, but if I have to listen to that fucking spiel every single time I watch a video from you, I'm going to kill myself after I killed you. Have a nice, please like and subscribe. Not my thing. I might like it if people make their own decision. If they want to like, good. If they want to subscribe, good. If they want to follow, yeah, nice. If they want to go to the Discord, yeah, sure, go ahead. But don't let me talk you into it. Make your own decisions. Woohoo. That's a lot more my style, honestly. But hey, I mean, I can't say if that is a success, but for the moment at least we have gained people here, there, everywhere, a little bit. So some people seem to approve of what I'm doing even without the whole spiel about please do that, please make do. Yep, me too. I actually had to bounce like 20 minutes ago, but you do that. Also, I do hope, in case we don't see each other for a while, that your life, takes a turn for the better. It's always nice to be in the eye of the storm, but the shitstorm will continuously rain down on you. I sure hope you have a fucking, raincoat. And yeah, see you soon. As well, everybody else, hopefully. Until then, bye-bye.